She's 71, tilted back at 30 degrees, strung across a hospital bed like a puppet. A gastric tube connected to the stomach gives her the food she's forgotten how to eat. Oxygen through her nostrils because her lungs had difficulty knowing when to breathe. A Foley catheter collects urine in a bag. It's glowing like a warm glass of beer. And in the background on her television screen, the country music station plays something to the refrain of, "Will you miss me when I'm gone?" But she hasn't left. Can't leave, must be turned on the hour because pressure against her bones is known to cause skin breakdown, so I do my best to take a minute. Press 2 fingers across her wrist, watching the second hand of the clock while her tiny earthquake palms begin to shake. From Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, end-stage dementia, acronyms I had to translate, and those who can't bring themselves to wear this white uniform might ask how I found the means, but I'm avoiding the question because today I wore blue plastic hospital gowns, a surgeon's mask, and latex gloves as a shield against the bacteria resistant to antibiotics swimming in her blood and sputum for the simple reason that she needs a bath after leaking from the only opening not hooked to a machine. But there's still electrodes that need to be removed. IV lines positioned, stockings and boots taken off to keep her joints from becoming rigid. I know what you're probably thinking. I've said the same myself so many times it might as well become a living will. Lord, if I ever get that way, take me from the bonds of this unbearable pain to the eternal rest. But if God doesn't hear my prayer, I'm begging someone, sign those papers, pull the plug, release me from the bonds of this life no longer worth living. We'd all like to think it's that simple, but you see, I read her chart. The only visible means of support she has in the form of Medicare. No relatives or dependents. Some might call her a burden of the state, but I call her a human being. A masterpiece. The refined new basking in an eerie glow of this institution. And as I rub a washcloth across the small of her back, I hear a mumble erupt from the unresponsive abyss. Lips form syllables from a tongue and gums that no longer hold teeth, but she speaks all the same. I could easily ignore her. Go about my tasks, change the linen, take off the laundry, but something told me instead to ask, "I'm sorry, miss?" "What time is it?" she says. "It's 9:30 a.m. And I smile, because it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.